Hi everyone, just a very quick video update. This is to point you towards Twitter for my latest updates. I'm not going to make a full video on this one, but I just want you to know that I've got some trades lined up on the euro and the pound, and they're on screen right now. And basically I've got some buy limit orders down below us on the euro. This is the euro US dollar, and I've got a sell limit. This is my main trade right at the top here at 62.50, 0.06250. So that's the sell limit order on the euro. And the reason is because, let me just expand this, that is very major resistance level here, right up here. And we've had a very good rally and we've just pulled back a little bit. If we drop a little bit lower, I'll be buying the euro for a move back up to this top area, which is my main trade to sell at this incredibly important resistance area going back to over here. This is an hourly chart. So you can see all along here it was resistance there, it was support, and now it's likely to become resistance again, particularly if we have a big move up and we'll be overbought on the euro, and this will be an excellent opportunity to sell for a move back down. Overall now, on the euro, my medium and long-term perspective on the euro is actually bearish, so I'll be mostly looking for opportunities to sell, but there will be counter-trend trade opportunities as well, as you can see. So I've got trades in both directions. If we drop lower, I'll buy for a move up here, and if we get there first, I'll have an order in there to sell. Well, I've got the order in there to sell as it is. Now remember, today, Friday, the 17th of June, is Quadruple Witching Day in the stock exchanges, so there'll be a lot of volatility. This is happens about an hour before the close of the New York Stock Exchange. So that last hour will be very volatile, very interesting. We'll see what happens to the stock indices. I'm still bullish with small positions on the NASDAQ and the S&P. The other thing I'll be doing whilst I'm talking to you is I'll be looking to sell oil if we get a rally up to about 129. And gold I'm not going to be touching. I'm still long on Bitcoin, a very small piece of that at around 22,000, thereabouts. If we drop below 20 and close there today, that'll be very bearish for Bitcoin, but it's worth having a go at the moment. So my main trades are on the NASDAQ. And these trades, I think this one on the euro is my most interesting, my favorite, and the best opportunity. If we do get a sudden rally up to this area here, that'll be the perfect chance to sell euros for a move down, in keeping with my overall perspective that the euro will be bearish in the medium and long term. And in fact, I'm a little bit concerned that the euro is pretty much in peril right now. It doesn't mean it will continue to go down towards the 1-to-1 parity with the dollar level, but over the long term, if I can get this chart up here, I might just switch across to the other charts to show you. Over the long term, the euro is generally bearish. In fact, let me see if I can just switch over. Yeah, so I've just switched to my trading view charts. This is the euro going back, I don't know, 20 odd years. From its inception down here, the euro it reached parity with the dollar fairly quickly. We had a big move up, a lot of optimism up to about 1.6. And ever since 2008, the euro has been in a steady downtrend. All the way down to where we are at the moment. This line here, which is where we bought, in fact, during this week and had a very good rally and a good profit from this, the euro is in fact testing these lows, which would be the lowest it's been since really going back to 2002, 2003. So, and also this period over here. So if we do break beneath here eventually, which it looks like we will, you can see we've got lower highs consistently over the years, lower highs, and not so much lower lows, but what this has formed is a descending triangle, or various names for it, but that is a very bearish pattern overall. We've got a fairly consistent bottom, more recently since 2015. We've constantly tested this bottom and managed to bounce back up several times, but every time we bounce off here, we bounce lower. And so there we go, lower highs all the way down and to where we are now. If we break beneath here, we'll probably be heading back towards parity with the dollar, which is $1 equals €1, and then potentially below that. And it's anyone's guess what will happen thereafter. But overall, a bearish perspective on the euro. Doesn't mean we'll not have opportunities to counter trend trade on long positions, as you can see on my charts on Oanda. So we're back at Oanda. You can see I've got some buy orders in here. Oh, this is the pound. Sorry. I was just the pound. I'm not talking about the pound just yet. So that's the euro. So I've got some buy orders in for the euro. I'm expecting the euro to reach up here somewhere. I've got my sell limit in. These are all small positions, as you can see, because there's a lot of volatility in the market, a lot of uncertainty. We've got quadruple witching coming up today and all that sort of thing. So, and of course, there's war and there's uncertainty in the stock markets. So the euro might well drop if the stock markets continue to drop, or we might see a bit of a relief rally on the stock markets today, depending on what comes out in that last hour of trading, and we'll be looking to sell if we get a rally up here. Similar to the pound, actually. The pound's also quite interesting because the pound's also pretty much bearish in the long term. If we just switch across the long-term charts, give me a second. So here are the pound long-term charts. And again, we're right at these lows here. Very, very big number, 1.2, which is where we reached. We bought the pound during this week very successfully. Simply because it's such a major number. It was a 78.6% fib level, long-term support. You can't see far back on these charts, but you'll see that really we're right at the lows. Same sort of thing as the euro, consistently lower lows. This is a double top over here, and we might be testing 1.2 and heading lower on the pound if we break beneath this low over here, this very important low from 2016. Which is at 1.16. So if we close beneath 1.2, 1.16 is the next stop down, and we might even get lower. So overall bearish on the pound. Having said that, let's have a look at the hourly charts. All right, so back to Oanda. And the hourly charts, you can see I've got orders in to buy lower down for a rally back up to this. What it is it's a fairly long-term trend line. This is taken off my daily charts, this trend line. This is a little bit slow today, but let's see if we can get the daily chart up. Oh, there we go. So there's the daily chart on the pound. And I'm simply looking for a rally back up to this trend line. Because we will be pretty much overbought by then on the shorter term charts, a rally back up to the trend line and then short. So that's the strategy on the pound. And you can see that's also 78.6% fib and another fib. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's a 61.8 and a 78.6 confluence of two Fibonacci levels up that way somewhere. And we'll be touching the trend line. It's actually clearer on the hourly chart. So if we go back to the hourly chart and just have a look there. Yeah, actually that's the confluence of fibs. That's where we stopped yesterday. But we'll be heading up to this trend line. It's also a previous support, pretty good one, as you can see on this hourly chart. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 touches of that support. It was previous resistance over here, and it was support over here. So that's a very key level on the pound, considering that we're overall bearish and we will be overbought on hourly and daily charts by the time we reach there. If we get a rally up there today, we'll be pretty much overbought and a really good opportunity to sell the pound. So that's my overall strategy. What I'd encourage you to do is go across to Twitter. The Twitter feed link is on this web page, on this YouTube channel page, underneath each video. Just click on there. Go and follow me on Twitter, because I post these ideas up on Twitter almost every day, sometimes several times a day, and you'll be able to see more readily what I'm actually up to. If you're interested, of course. If you're not interested, then don't do it. Don't know why you would be interested, actually, but you might be. So there you go. Thanks for watching this. And also, please, and I'm asking very, very kindly, if lots of people, quite a lot of people, actually, well, not compared to Mr. Beast, who has, I don't know, 20 million views on each video. I've got a few hundred at best, maybe 400 is my best viewership on YouTube. But it would really help if you would subscribe to this channel. And it would encourage me to post more regularly and more detail on YouTube for you on trading the currency, the stock markets, and all the rest of it. So remember, I'm bullish on the NASDAQ, small position, willing to buy a bit lower as well, add to that. I'm long on Bitcoin, small position. I'm a bit worried about it. If we break beneath beneath 20,000, it's quite possible we will do that. So be it if that happens. I've just got a very tiny position on that. I'm looking to sell oil higher up around the 129 level, and gold I'm not touching. What else is there? Yeah, I think that's it. NASDAQ, S&P, gold, oil. Yeah, I think that's it really. And then the currencies, the euro and the pound that I've just been talking about. So I think that's pretty much the way I'm going to be trading into the close of play today and into next week. And hopefully we'll get some good volatility this afternoon at that quadruple witching hour, 1 hour before the close of play on the NYSE. And we should see some pretty good swings one way or the other. If it swings down, I'll be buying. If it swings up, my main trades on both the euro and the pound, I'll be selling. Alrighty, take care. Have a great day and good luck.